Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Calling yourself crypto lifers. Jumping on into the Bitcoin Citadel. Take a look at it. Beautiful little place. Take a look. Walk back into the room there. Why don't you have a seat? Why don't you read a book? Why don't you look at my beautiful amethyst? As we look at Earth, we're on the moon, of course. Let me get my lemon water prepared before we jump on into the big studio. I like to let the seeds flow to the bottom. Bam, bam, bam. And the honey. I don't slip, man. I keep getting through this honey. My personal honey jar. And let's get ready. Let's get ready. You know what's coming. If you're new to the stream, you know what's coming. If you're not new to the stream, everybody, there's some people here that don't know what's coming. Isn't that funny? Every week, I hope there's somebody that doesn't know what's happening. Let's take a look at what we see here for Bitcoin. And you know, the weekly candle just closed, my friends. Guess what? It was a green one for once. It tweezer bottom just like we talked about. This could be the beginning of something special. You never know. You never know. It does look just like the last two bottoms that we've had. Identical. Hey, you never know though. Doesn't mean anything, right? Nah. Forget about it. Let's just forget about it. Crypto Lifers talking about probably doesn't matter. And there's the weekly candle right there. Wait, right? I should zoom in a little more too, get it nice and chubby. But this is where we look at the weekly candle, everybody, in its entirety. I mean, that's a long wick. That thing is insane. Look at the weekly candle. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Don't turn away. Don't turn away. Don't turn your back. Take a good long look at that candle. You know, it's like in a movie like, look at me. Look at me. Don't turn your back on me. Like what scene, what movie is that? Like any like dramatic scene movie. And there we have it. There we have it. If I were to, okay. The weekly candle. Everybody, here we are. Let's get ready for Crypto Lifer Sunday night and Bitcoin and the weekly candle close. Here we go as we get into Bitcoin and the weekly candle close every Sunday night on the Crypto Lifer Show. Okay, Bitcoin, the weekly candle. We see big rejection at 65,655, the 655. Give me a high five, my baby girl. Thank you so much.
Another Rory.
A Rory? What is this? What is this? What is that?
I made him right now.
Okay, what does he do? What do you know about crypto? Tell everybody what you know about crypto. Quick. You're awesome. Just let
The
them know.
falling wedge.
Oh, what else do you know? What would you be? Well, if you had $10,000, what crypto would you buy? Not financial advice.
Head and shoulder.
Head and shoulder. But if you had money, what crypto would you buy?
Bitcoin.
Oh, Bitcoin. Head and shoulder. Fallen wedge. That girl's gonna be rich, I'm telling you, man. If I knew what a Head and Shoulders was when I was 7 years old, I'd be so rich right now. It would be ridiculous. Anyway, so got rejected by 52,500 right there, right? We bounced off 36,440. That was kind of like the line in the sand, 36K area, right? We tried to get as low as the lowest low at 32,000. These candles close right at maybe even a little lower here. And these are ranges. If we zoom in, you'll see, but like 31K where these candles would both close. Let's see, this candle would close at 31,780. This candle would close at, and this candle would open at 31,000. Yeah, so 31,780. Again, could we have the last candle close 36,200? Would that really be the low? 36,200 on the low. This candle would open at 36,275. So you want one weekly candle to open, do whatever it has to do, and then for whatever reason, everything does this, and then the other weekly candle closes exactly. And you have to understand, for this to happen, it's a bit odd. Like, even for it to get within $50 of each other. So you have to have this weekly candle blow, go all the way down here, scare the heck out of people, 29K, right? Come back up and close, right? So it starts up here, does all this, and then horrible down, buy up, boom. And then this candle has to scare everybody, go down, but get bought up, boom. And they have to get bought up at the same place. Same thing here. Everything's good. They sell you down, little wick here. They open, bring you down, scare everybody, bring it back up, and start the new move. Scare everybody. Now, one could say, but this was the same story right here. And I'll give that to you. And this was also somewhat similar. And I'll say, okay, I get you. You know, and I'm not going to deny that, right? But I also saying, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that would be 4 out of 6 times. Or no, I mean, it would be half and half if this one doesn't turn on us. But, you know, I'm just saying, it's just something to note. I'm not guaranteeing anything. It's just something to note. Okay? That's all. But it's a good sign. We finally did have a green weekly, at least. At the very least. You know, I'll take every positive sign I can get as we work through these tough times in cryptocurrency. My goodness gracious. But here we go. Another thing that I'm sticking to lately that a lot of people aren't seeing, and I was sticking to it last time, is my hidden bullish. You know, hidden bullish is my go-to in times of need when I'm stressed and I can't really see through the clouds and all my other indicators are kind of giving me mixed signals, and there's like maybe like I'm oversold on the weekly, but I know it could still go down a little more, like these types of things, or the 3-day, you know, 3-day wants to correct, but it seems to, you know, be having some issues. There's also hidden bullish divergence here on the 3-day. Look at this, swing up to swing up, swing down to swing down. So both the 3-day and the weekly are showing signs of hidden bullish divergence, you could say, you know, in some shape or form. From these swings up, that is an uptrend if we can hold a macro high and bounce off 36K. Okay, let's take a look at the daily. Now, the daily for Bitcoin, it's not looking too good, I'll be honest. And I was saying this before, right? That's overbought, and unless we get a miracle move up, which is possible, to me, it's more bearish. And we didn't break above the previous high. Like, so right here, look, daily candles, rising wedge with a 68% chance of a break to the downside. If you just make it nice and simple, I mean, you could even double bottom all the way back down here. Put a little slant on it because nothing goes straight down. You're talking 35,000 again for hopefully a double bottom. Okay. The daily's coming down, so I'd be careful. Okay. The length also, you could say, well, it's the length of the pole. If you take it as a bear flag, we could see 30K, sweep the lows of 30K. So why I think this is highly likely, okay? I got a few reasons why I think this is highly likely, and I'm going to break it down for you right now. The on-chain data, okay? The on-chain analysis is pointing a certain way, and I'm going to show you why. I took an expert from another chart, but I'm just going to show you this. See, when this gets to a high point, this means all the whales are putting it up. And look, the last time all the whales put all their money into on-chain, and this is what the blue or purple, whatever you want, like slightly colorblind shows you. And then this is like brighter orange thing, right? I hope I'm right with that. Who knows? You guys are probably laughing at me now. But so whenever this gets to this point here, which was at like an 85 or 86 on the level, There's a lot of whales putting their money on the exchange, and they're putting hard money on the exchange. It's telling me, you know, they may be ready to dump. I mean, when a whale moves his money to the exchange, he's ready to sell off, in my humble opinion. Maybe create the price to go lower so they can buy more. They use some of the Bitcoin they have to drive the price down lower to buy more of the Bitcoin they need. It's a weird strategy. In the end, they eventually pull the price up over time because their greed alone, at least, is buying and selling Bitcoin to the point of all the high volatility, which creates a desire for trade, which also creates a desire for people to want to hold it and see where it could go and speculate. So when a lot of people are demanding trade for it, it makes people want to speculate and hold. So look, you have to remember, there's people that just watch the market from the outside. They're not even traders. They're just like, oh, look at all those people trading that asset. Maybe I should trade that because, or hold it for a while because it looks to be like a lot of people are into that. And that will create value. I'm telling you. But here, we get up to 90 here. And we peak, and I mean, it's suggesting that the whales are up to something. So I just got to put this out there. It's suggesting that the whales are up to something. This is a crypto quant chart, on-chain analysis, how much whales have moved onto the exchanges versus price action. Whenever these two have hit a correlation moment here, there's been a pretty good drop. Even if we go back into the chart, you would see it as well. So I just got to put that out there as a slight detail of warning. Also, 38K was my line in the sand. We just could not get above it. The bulls had to push above it on the daily time frame. You know, one good thing we could start seeing is, I will say, is trends begin on the smaller time frames. You won't be able to see them truly. Okay? So let's take a look at the 1 hour and let's see what we see happening here, because the 1 hour has been going through oscillations, up, down, up, down, up, down. And over time, it has been making higher lows, right? We look at this overtrend. Look, we have a low, we have a lower low, we have a lower high, we have a lower low. Downtrend. But immediately here, we had a higher high. Okay. If you were to flip this upside down and you were trading the good way, you would have to start convincing yourself that the trend was over to the upside. Right? Because you'd be like, well, we went up, we made a higher high, then we made a low, and then we did not make a higher high. You're like, if we can't make a higher high, then we're probably going to keep going to the downside, right? Am I wrong? This is how I would trade this. I would say, hey, if we can't make a higher high above this area, then we're likely to go to the downside, right? Just something I'm pointing out, right? However, it is a falling wedge that does want to break to the upside. This is a more bullish pattern. Remember, we're upside down. I'm just flipping it so you can see the idea of being upside down. Okay. Now, on the 1 hour, this is really what I'm looking at. The daily, you know, was able to hide that because it was wicks. So on the 1 hour, I am looking at more of look an ascending triangle when I clean it up and look deep into the chart. So, not interesting. The daily shows you a rising wedge dumping to the downside, which is maybe what you want to look at. And it's good to maybe put those both up together, see what happens, write that down, and continuously note these things. And then back, I shouldn't trade against the daily. I suggest nay. For instance, this is a downtrend because we didn't break this previous high right here at 44,000. Until we broke this high and got the bulls need to get above here, really, in order to stop any macro downtrend. Okay? And we're going to look at that bigger falling wedge in a second on the 4 hour. Let me just get through this tiny bit here. So now we zoom in, shall we? Okay. Slight cup and handle, you could say here. Slight cup and handle beginning to form here. Sammy Cup and Handy strikes again. Sammy Cup and Handy for the win. Ah, ah, ah. You're so kind, you're so kind. I am 95 years old and I'm still trading the cup and handle. Thank you so much. I can't see anything. My cataracts are blinding. But I can feel Braille cheating and I feel the cup and handle everywhere. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for coming on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Hey, Danny, could you bring the music down a little bit, man? It's a little high. Thank you, Danny. Appreciate that. It's nice to have a team in the studio now, not to be alone all the time. You have a group of people that are there. It's just annoying when he chews. He likes Frito-Lays. I tell him not to eat that stuff, the processed food, but like, and I can hear him chewing, you know, sometimes and through the mic. And it's just, and you got it, man. You can't do that. You know, you can't do that. I'm lying. There's no one there eating any Fritos. But it would be cool, right? Look at this. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. It's up to you. You know what? I leave it up to you to believe whether there is someone or there isn't someone, you know? And I would never confirm nor deny. That way you can just kind of feel all wonderful about your decision. And no one has to take that away from you. Whether there is Danny there eating Fritos or not, that's completely up to you, right? It's like tell your own storybook, you know? But look, could Bitcoin pop out of this cup and handle to the upside? 1 hour suggests maybe. You know, it is pointing to the upside. We'll see. 15-minute is curling, coming down. Are we getting a retest? You could say we're getting like an ugly shoulder head and a nasty shoulder. Nah, I wouldn't even. That's just like, that's ugly. We broke back into the pattern, right? Interesting. It's still a flag nonetheless. You know what I'm saying? It's still a flag nonetheless. I'm attempting to see if you could like make it a diamond of tort, you know? Could it be a diamond? Could you even say it was a diamond from the top? That would be like crazy, right? But also, it looks like it could be breaking down, you know? So the last fighting chance here is this support that we've been bouncing off of. You see this? Bounce, 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 bounce. Also, the more you keep hitting support like that, the more it's going to break. But this has been the channel, right? So Bitcoin, 36,600, 500 area. You could even go as low. We've wicked down below it, but it's really 36,500. That area doesn't hold. It looks like you're going to see, you know, 37,002 and then possibly 36,700. So these are the local areas of support and resistance. Like we looked at the big boys, but these are the local areas of support and resistance that we have to watch out for now. Okay. Here is the falling wedge. It does have a break to the upside. This could, you know, I am suggesting that this could be a local breakout, but, you know, with that daily looming to the downside, it's going to be tough. I'll be honest. It's going to be tough. All right. 1 hour, though, is pointing up with some momentum. Could come down for a secondary low. We shall see. So levels to watch right now are that 36.5, like right here, look. And we just came down nastily as the weekly candle. And again, Sunday night into Monday morning are the hardest days to trade. The most volatility come in on these times. The most volatility come in at these times, okay? Very tough times. Very tough times, okay? All right, check it out. Check it out. Check HNT. HNT's been doing well, and we talked about that as one of the coins. I go over that a lot as one of the coins that's just impervious to market downside somehow, some way. It's just crazy. Look, and there's your weekly meltdown there. Asia wakes up and they just love to sell the market. Asia loves to wake up and sell. But you know what? 36.5. If that level can hold, we'll be all good. Let's see the battle for it. Let's see the battle for it. 7 minutes as we're about to fly off of it again. Look at this. Watch this. This is crazy. Let's see if we can play this. Let's just see if we can just outright do it. Watch this. I'm going to do something crazy. BTC, USDT on KuCoin, right? I'm going to delete everything. I'm going to delete all my indicators, right? And I'm just going to play this as a cup and handle. Like, what if I knew nothing? Like, I just knew chart. I just knew. I'll do support and resistance and cup and handle, right? But this chart suggests that it'll make me money if I just play it, right? Because it says it's a cup and handle, right? Let's just test it out. I know nothing. And we'll keep this on ice for most of the live. But let's just say I know nothing. I'm just going to trade this just like this on the 7 minute. I'm going to find the previous low and go below it. Even the wick if I have to. Okay. It's a 3.76 and just boom. Right? Nothing else. Don't look at stochastic. Nothing else. Crazy, right? And let's just see. I just want to talk about how I like when you strip away trades and just let the trades just be. And I just want to test this as a group tonight, right? We could look at all the other things and go over 100 different obnoxious ideas. I'm just joking around, but you know what I mean. Like my Fibonacci and this and that, which are all great. And I love doing it. And it's my life. I just want to see the strip down method. Shout out to Crypto Muser in the house. Check out Crypto Muser's new video. Shady stuff is brewing. Only the best traders trade Sunday night. And I am number one. Shout out to Austin Sinclair. Tomorrow, same time, will be interesting. I reckon it will be sale time as Asia opens. It'll be a flash sale. Chinese New Year done for sure. Volume gets smashed. Chinese New Year. Yeah, because they all have to sell for the red envelopes and all that. It's serious. People give each other a lot of gifts in China. We have 170 people. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. 107. If you're in your car, please just pull on over. Hit that like button. If you're watching on your TV, use the remote. It's a pain, I know, and just try to hit that like button if you can't. If you're sitting at your computer, don't try. Hit the like button. If you're sitting at your computer, put your mouse on your hand right now and hit the like button. I know you can do it. You will do it. I'm willing you to do it. Therefore, you shall be willed. You shall be willed. Also, if you're jogging, just stop jogging or jog in place for 1 second and take your phone out. Hit that like button. If you're in your car, hit that like button. Pull on over for a second. If you're working, wipe your hands off for a quick second. Pull your phone out. Hit that like button. These are all the scenarios where I believe, if you're on the John, just hit the like button, please. This is Cryptocurrency Live every single day and Saturday and Sunday nights at 8 p.m. This is Bitcoin and the weekly candle close every single Sunday night. And get ready tomorrow night for the monthly candle close as well. That's an extra stream every single month. Okay. Hi from Thuran. It's 4 a.m. here. Wow, 4 a.m. Sam, nice to see you. Will you please explain why so many people think Bitcoin is going to 14K and what that looks like? Please. Shout out to Stella Kite Card. They're just looking at a giant head and shoulder. I'm saying there's levels to watch. We could sweep the 30Ks. I believe we could easily lose this 7K strength that we have above 30K. But we'll see. Send in those super chats for deep dives on your current pick. Shout out to Grace Ashley Harris. Thank you for letting them know about the super chats. Cons work all the way from Germany. My man Cons. Love you, brother. 1:37 a.m. all the way from Germany. The Germany. Your reminders do work. I think if I watch on my computer and phone, I can give you 2 likes. Shout out to Dion Bagwell. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's move forward for Bitcoin. So we're looking at what we're seeing here for Bitcoin. 1 hour, 15 minute, suggesting that we get a bit of a reversal in price action. MACD wants to make a turn. We see kind of flat volume with falling volume. So it's kind of showing that the sellers are losing out. Like it's almost like we don't even have interest seller or buyer wise. Like we're just sideways. However, if we lose this 37,500, 600 zone, I would say, then we test 37,000. We lose 37,500 to 600, that area. It's which we're like really playing with. We're going to test 36,008, 36,275. So these are the levels to watch in the 1 hour. If the 1 hour doesn't give you what you want, then we open up a short. Let's take a look at what a short would look like. Okay. Which is Bitcoin 3S on KuCoin. Great place to short as a beginner. You can short the market the way you would like. Look, that cup and handle didn't play out. Or it did a little bit. You got a little juice out of it. But then you got to see what Bitcoin was doing. Hello from Brazil. Me and my wife watching you every day. Thanks for making our lives much better. Lister 33333. My God, you and your wife, man. Much respect to you and yours. Can you look at Hero, my broski? We'll take a look at Hero with the 3 threes in it for sure. For sure. Shout out to you and your wife. Thank you so much for the amazing super chat. And look at that beautiful yellow color on the screen. Lister 333 for the $10. Thank you so much. Hello from Brazil. Me and my wife watching you every day. Thanks for making our lives much better. Thank you so much for the super chat and for the love. That's the nicest thing you could do. Super chat, HNT and Heroes, and then Grace Ashley Harris laying it down. My moderators always coming down to the live. Appreciate each and every one of you. Crypto Muser, where we're tracing back to at least 56 before 16K. We shall see. I do not know what will happen. I take it one day at a time. This is known to be a descending triangle of sorts too. I have to be honest. I just play my chart the way it says, and it'll change as the wind blows. But you'll be able to see what happens if you can put your finger up in the air and feel which way the wind's blowing, if you know what I'm saying. Like it is until it isn't, but you'll know beforehand. So it's a descending triangle in my humble opinion. What is a descending triangle? It's when you have more of a flat bottomed area and then the upward panel keeps moving. If you flipped it upside down, it would be an ascending triangle. See that? Okay. So it's kind of bearish for Bitcoin 3L, at the moment. We could try to falling wedge it a little bit like so. Say it's getting wedged up. Let's let the 1 hour cool off. 4 hours actually up with not much momentum. Interesting. You can see the short's not that appetizing. Let's look at the short in the daily though. The short in the daily says it's going to rip out of this. Look, if you look at the short in the daily, it's the move. So if you trust no other chart but the daily chart, short says let's party, baby. And honestly, oh wow. Sammy Cup in handy. There it is again. How does it do that? I mean, that's a cup and handle, my friends. There's your cup, there's your handle. That's scary if you get the move. That's scary if you get the move. Likes to get magneticized up to the 200-day moving average at least. And shout out to my man Zentians. Are they playing? $87 on the low, 57 just to there, 36. Yikes. %32 loss there if you take a hit, but if not, Bitcoin pumps hard. I mean, Bitcoin dumps. This thing's gonna rock. So, scary thoughts on the daily that this could rock it up. Okay. Shout out to Zentians for the $20 super chat. Hey boss, hope you and your family are well and safe. Been running around the country for COVID contracts. Just wanted to drop by watching daily, but couldn't respond till today and show some love. Be well, lifers. Zentians, much respect to you and yours. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Just to send love, which is insane. What other channel do you see guys just like, hey, respect to the crew. Love y'all. $20 super chat. Love y'all. Be out. Y'all love y'all. Here's $20 super chat. I'm out there saving people's lives with COVID contracts. I'll be right back. Yo, love y'all. Love y'all. The guy's amazing. Sentience, thank you so much for all your love. It goes so far every single time. We'll be game over if the Dems... Oh, man, I hope not. Bitcoin dumping heavy as we speak. Yeah, taking a little bit of a dump. All the way down to 37K. Yeah, and that's that was our crucial kind of line in the sand, in my humble opinion. But to me, it's doing that little like right before. Ooh, that's a nasty one. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And that's the volatility on a Sunday night, I'm telling you. Expect craziness on a Sunday night. And I say that to everybody and all my students. You never know. And look, though, you could extend this. Deep breaths right now. And look, we could just be doing this macro high. Still a higher high on the macro side. Right? You're getting oversold on the 15-minute, probably getting spent. Yeah, you're going to get yoked down. 7-minute beaten down. It fell out of a falling wedge, though. That cup and handle, boom. But that's about your measured move, honestly, on the 7-minute. It's about as low as you go, 37K. However, now resistance at 37.5, which was our support. Look, we've had it since about January 28th at 4 o'clock, 4:15. So we broke above it, bounced, stayed up here, bounced. That's no good. The bulls actually need to get back above this area to maintain support. Or, yeah, I mean, that's in my humble opinion. There's a few ways to look at it. To me, I mean, it's starting to break the trend. Could even say we were cleaner, we were playing with it. And now you're looking, you're looking at bearish retests back to the downside. Okay? Remember, ascending triangles are bilateral patterns that could break either way, and we went over that. Either way. We went over that this morning, too, as well, in the Bitcoin update given at the beginning of the day. Okay? So, weekly candle close, heavy volatility, expect it every time. And now we break 37K. Man, wow. It's bearish. It's for sure it's bearish. Sunday night. Let's take a look at Dow futures. All right. This is where you want to take a deep breath and see what's happening in the world. Okay. And remember, nothing goes down forever, but it takes a beating, and then we got to take a look. So Dow futures getting red, down 67. All right. World markets. Are they struggling? And that's when I kind of take a look at the Dow here, pop out some news too. Is there anything coming through the wire at this time at night? I don't know. You know, global risk appetite swung wildly last week. Wall Street saw recovery in the weekend with the S&P NASDAQ. A hawkish Federal Reserve continues to be a key fundamental theme. Yes, it does. Hawkish or dovish, you know, and look at that. That's insane. Look at that. And there's your test and that's why I use a stop loss out of the game. Bing. Funny, huh? And you know, that's what happens. Asia wakes up, their markets open, they just sell. Sell. It happens all the time. It's a known thing. Let's take a look if it's bumped the fear and greed index at all here. But again, you got to be ready for this Sunday night volatility. I try to warn my students, and I don't think they realize. I'm always like, I wouldn't even trade on Sunday night into Monday morning. And they look at me, I'm like, because, like, you know why? Because as good as all your indicators you do, just the volatility is so insane. Like, it's just almost better to, you know, it's like trying to surf in the choppiest weather back and forth. So, yeah, chopping us back down. We were at 29. I mean, the fear and greed index losing a whole 9 points back into extreme fear into the shaded area. Wow. What do you think, crypto user? What do you think, man? Short people, token. People, baby, people. Wow, look at that. Now 37K becomes new resistance. Horrible. And we were just about to break above 38 and hold it down. But again, once we didn't break 38K, that's your short time to short the market. Like when like 38K broke it. Once we fell, then we try to get above it here again. Look, we try to get above it right here. Nope. Done, you know? Okay, Bitcoin. And remember, the daily's not looking the best right now. I have to be honest with everybody. The daily's, you know, look at that. And we kind of just went over this, a falling wedge that breaks to the downside, and there it goes. I mean, you got some support here and there. So bulls need to hold this level. That's really what it comes down to now. Bulls need to hold 36,700. If not, look for more downside to 34,900. So we break 36K. We're going to 34, even probably a wick to 34.7, somewhere in this region. So bulls need to hold this area respectively. It's not looking good with the stochastics RSI. Want to come down. So we'll see. But that is not a bullish sign for Bitcoin. Not one bit. Not one bit. Let's take a look at Hero 3S. We'll leave Bitcoin alone for a second, but that is bearish for the moment. Does say we could get a bit of a reversal. Like, is there a trade right now? Let's see. Let's not leave it there. I'll see. Is there a trade I can whip out? What would I whip out of here? Well, to me, it's got to do either a falling wedge. It's got to make a pattern that we know at one point that we can recognize. So probably going to make an inverted head and shoulder here, right? What you want to do is zoom into the 5 minute and start looking for divergences that you can find that make sense. This is kind of a divergence here. This swing down is a downward trend. And you could say it's slightly a downtrend here, but not completely. It's ugly. That's ugly though. Let's see. Kind of there, swing down. That swing down is steeper. But nothing textbook that says that like we're going to get a jump perfectly or that the algorithm would really want to work with. I'm not seeing any healthy signs of bullish divergence, you know. There, yeah, right there though. Oh wow, wait, hold up. Speak of the deviate. Look, swing down to swing down. And when we take this, we got like, and you can double check, you can zoom in here. Now, yes, that swings down, but it's nowhere near the angle that this swings down. And that is divergence, and the 15 minute is low. So, you know, what you could do, what I'm trying to, you know what I see is this, look. And what you have to do is kind of figure out what the market maker was doing. So here he is, look. This has to break, like if there is a trade to be had, and this is crazy, and this is pushing it, all right? This is like pushing my abilities to the limit and my risk tolerance, right? If there's a trade to be had now, it's something like this now in recovery mode, okay? You can use this as the next support region. $273 just about works. So that's it. I mean, if I had to call any type of movement, it would be a quick trade. It would be in and out. Okay. And they're just going after leverage traders now. It's ugliness, you know. And remember too, if we looked at it the way we did look at it before, I mean, it was a diamond, and the diamond broke to the downside, just like we thought, because it came in and it broke down, which is interesting, right? So, suggested that it was a diamond, and lo and behold, it played out like a diamond to the diamond dump. Holding 36.9 now, remember, extremely oversold in the 15 minute, extremely oversold in the 7 minute. Usually that's about all you can get. I mean, the algorithm, and you'd be like, how does he know this? Because the algorithm just doesn't let you go that low. And you can look at the 7 minute and backtest these theories. Look, you're super low in the 7 minute, okay? And you get a dump right there and right there, both these times. But like, that's about as low as you can get. You get really pinned down here in the 7 minute, that's about as low as you get before recovery. All right? You have this low point, you're in a downtrend, but you just keep hitting low points and low points. But you bounce each time, like here, you bounce nicely. So suggesting at least a bit of a bounce here, even if you end up down on the dumps eventually. I'm not saying you won't. Like, I don't believe in the trend, but I'm saying you should get a V-shaped recovery out of a slam like that. Usually you get an elastic bounce, sweeping up the lows, limit orders to be cleaned out. So TONIC continues to climb, and SHIB claims news that will break the internet coming soon. I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy. You know, you never know about BLINU. You never know what's coming out of SHIB. And let's take a look at TONIC as it continues to bang on them. Volt Inu up 7%. As you can see, I've been speculating on some of these little Bitcoins, on the micro cap gems, we could call them. And let's take a look at TONIC. TONIC, the mighty. up 9.8% today. Still kind of, look, it's in a pretty nice channel too. Let's head over to Dex Screener. That's really where you're going to get all your awesome information, multi-chain analysis, multi-chain data. That's where it rocks. And I got some cool news to talk about too as well. We're going to get into some news here on Sunday night for the weekly candle. Don't get it twisted. So look, we had it in a bit of a pennant here. The last time we looked at it together, suggested this thing could pump to the upside. I even suggested this swing up to swing up, and this swing to swing down was called hidden bullish divergence, and the trend will continue to the upside. What's crazy is it went exactly to the target that I made. How did I get that target? I just took the length of this pole, threw it up there. That's nuts. To me now, it's making, some could say, okay, double topping, but, to me, it's making a pennant now. Wanting more, Tectonic on a bit of a run. And the 15-minute suggests that it can pump to the upside. This thing wants more. Shout out to whoever, we looked at this, it was on our radar when it first came out. Another 14% gains out of Tectonic. But this thing, look, when it first came out, they gave this to us. This thing is just, we talked about this cup and handle right there. Look at this. How much since we talked about it? 200% gains, dude. And nothing's been moving in this market. But this channel somehow always sniffs it out. I'm telling you right now, I can't explain it. There'll be like 2 coins that pump in a week. We'll be on one of them. There'll be 10 coins that pump. We'll be on at least 3 of them. Like, I'm not saying we get every single thing. That would be ridiculous. But we do a dang good job of covering the market. It's whoever supports me and sees how hard I work, they just work just as hard. And we combine that knowledge, that energy, that vibration, and we always seem to pick a winner. Tectonic. Man, we looked at it right there in that cup and handle when I drew it. Talking about it on the channel, you can go back and find it in the timestamps when we first went over Tectonic. Unbelievable. 200% gains for Tectonic. Shout out to the lifers. A guy on my crew is banging on him right now. And it might be up even more than that, honestly. Tonic continues to climb. SHIB claims news that will break the internet. Tori McFarlane. Dun, dun, dun. Let's take a look at Hero and Theta. I think Theta is a good long-term buy. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Do whatever makes you happy, but I believe Theta is a good long-term buy, okay? That's some of my analysis there. And look, there's your green candle to the upside. Starting to make a bit of a move here. To me, that is divergence because these angles aren't as aggressive. Like, that angle is more aggressive than that. If I bring it down low, it'll intersect. If you keep drawing this one and that one, and bang, that is divergence. We should get the shape I'm drawing here. Highly likely. But, who am I? I'm just a guy who does this every day. Probably means nothing, right? Probably nothing. Yeah, I'm probably bugging. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Looking at the dollar index. We looked at that, and it was worrisome to us, right? Worrisome that it would break to the upside on the daily time frame. And what happened? It did break to the upside on the daily time frame. Bitcoin struggled, but it could struggle worse than it did. Only thing now is the dollar and Bitcoin seem to have correlated. They seem to have pumped together. Now they seem to be coming back down together on the daily too again. So they seem to be correlated now, which is a bit odd. The dollar and Bitcoin. How could they be the same asset? I believe they'll uncorrelate at one point, but right now they seem to have a correlation. I mean, I'm telling you, you don't believe me, right? You're like, nah, he's so full of it. This guy is an entertainer. Okay, we'll take a look at Bitcoin. All right. Only thing is the dollar's in an uptrend. Bitcoin's in a downtrend. So they're actually uncorrelated completely. Like they're uncorrelated in the long run, right? But right now, just for the little being, they've been correlated. Like, look, if I go to the daily on Bitcoin, it's overbought and wants to kind of come down a little bit, right? But if I go to the daily on the dollar, it is also overbought and wants to come down a little bit. That's all I'm saying. Right now, they seem to be correlated, which I can't understand. It's a little odd. How could they both? But it's saying they're both going to drop. How that is I believe, what it means to me is that they're going to put more money into circulation. Like inflation has to rise, but Bitcoin's still going to drop. Like people, so we're going to get a sell-off in the crypto market no matter what, but inflation is also going to affect the dollar. That's what I'm trying to, So this is what we see here. And we're going to get into this falling wedge here on the daily time frame as well. Okay. But you can see that as well. Let's jump into Hero 3S, and we'll get back into that analysis in a second. I know it's hard, it may hurt your head. I'm sorry. We do deep dives here. We do a lot of interesting stuff. Okay. So Hero 3S still, look, consolidating. Still consolidating. But again, remember, everything is on Bitcoin. And honestly, to me, it is starting to show signs of a descending triangle. Look at this. It's starting to show signs. It's starting. Don't go there. Don't go there. I know what you thought. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't you do it. I send subliminal thoughts and messages. I pick back up on them. We talk without even talking. I know what y'all said. I know what I said. Let's keep it at that. We can move on. So take a look. The 7 minute, right? We just had a conversation telepathically through the internet. I know what you said. You know what I said. We don't even have to say it. So look at this. Thank you for hitting the like button, everybody, for coming on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. 228 people, 232 people, 184 likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. So heroes, right? Banging on them. Could break up 45%, 57%. Okay, let's take a look at the 1 hour. One hour does want to push up. Are we respecting our support and resistance? That's what we want to see. So you can see that right here is a line where we had previous resistance right there. Okay. When you do support and resistance, you can double click it. Just look at price action. Just look at price action alone. All right. Nothing else. All right. Just price action. Now, you can see that we previously, right here, came up, bang, and then we bounced off that same area. So previous resistance here, and we bounced right there. Came back up, and we bounced right here, okay? Now, we come on here, and we have to break this higher high. Another cool thing is, look, it's a W. W's break to the upside with the measured move. How do you find the measured move of a W? Take the middle of the M to the length of the pole. Swing it to the measured move. This one didn't hit it. Usually it does hit it, but this one almost hit it. About 70%. Came back down for the falling wedge. All right. Some say it's in a cup and handy right now trying to make a way out, but see? Bang. So could it break out? It could. Showing signs of life, it can, right? It's bounced a little bit, but again, all eyes on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin isn't happy, the whole market's going to tank on it, you know. Take a look at the daily here. It's in a good place though, you know. So if you want to just look at the bigger time frame too, I mean, look what you're looking at on the daily time frame. Getting tight, playing with the 21, and you're oversold. And this thing could defy. It could have a land sale that people want to get into, and it could defy Bitcoin. I mean, there's a bit of a cup and handle on the bigger time frame. See that? And now you're the master of the trade. It all depends on how you want to trade these trades. I mean, look at that, 240% gains. But it's high risk, high reward. Maybe gain 50, yeah, 25%. You gotta risk. And you could easily get banged out. And stop loss, you know, high risk trades to try to get that. Like, that's a high risk trade in the daily. It is. I'll be dead honest. If someone pulls that trade off, you know, the only way I would pull that off is I would look at like amount that I'm willing to lose, dollar cost average, and call it a day. That's it, you know. All right, so Hero 3S, that's it in a nutshell on the daily time frame. You go to the 4 hour, you're looking at the same thing. Bit of a descending triangle. The more I try to not look at that, the more it seems to be a bearish pattern. And these patterns do break to the downside. However, we are getting tight, so we'll see. And the stochastics say we break on out. So, and you're getting tight here too. Look at this. That could break out. So see what you can do. Damage right now. 4 hour wants to pump. 1 hour has some room. So if you look at your tiny, you got, but again, like you're nowhere until you get above here. You're nobody till somebody loves you, you know? Like somebody's got to love Hero. Hero's got to get loved all the way up to here. Might get magnetic up to the 200, but then it's got to break off, you know? Heavy volatility. Be careful today with these types of trades, you know? Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Do whatever makes you happy. I would be careful. I don't like to trade Sunday night into Monday mornings. High volatility. If Bitcoin keeps dropping, I don't see alts going up, unfortunately. No, I mean, we're going to have to sweep the lows, possibly at 30K. But that's what we're going to do is short the market. Let's take a look at like Phantom 3S. What does that look like on the daily time frame or like a bigger, yeah. So you can see, look, this is actually kind of working out. Like if you had played this cup and handle, you'd be in the money right now. Interesting, right? So just something to talk about. Bam, getting a move. Let's take a look at Phantom for itself. And that's why you have to join my trading group. We'll teach you how to make money no matter what, on the way up and on the way down, no matter what you see here. So Phantom was all the way up here at 257, 248. Perfect time to get out before the market started to kind of start to slam, right? Could it break out? It's possible, right? The 1 hour is pushing up, but the 4 hour, 4 hours oversold now. Phantom is banging on them. Interesting. There's like a triple bottom for Phantom. That's crazy. But also you can see that's like a shoulder, a head, a shoulder. That's a shoulder, head, and a shoulder right there. Look at that. So remember, the Stokes could tell you one thing. When the trend is low and you see a lot of bearish patterns, like be careful. Be careful. We are oversold. Daily wants to make a reversal. Wow. But tonight's a tough night. I'll be honest right now. There's a lot of fear in the market on a Sunday night. A lot of people aren't paying attention. They get them to watch a football game and they like to bang, 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 crash the market. I'm telling you right now, people don't want to pay attention. You got to pay attention all the time if you want to trade. It's insane. Even this pattern, look, shoulder, head, shoulder forming. It's kind of sketchy right there. It's a little sketchy. Bit of a double top M pattern, right? We're looking at the 3-day being very overbought. Oh, it did recover pretty fast. Last time it did that, we had a pretty big move. You know, there's a lot of fear. There's a chance that this is, when everyone's freaking out, is usually a good time to buy. So like, I personally right now, I nibble on Bitcoin a little bit. I just take a little bit of nibble. I don't buy a lot, $200-300, $500, whatever I feel at the need, but I buy a little bit whenever the fear is high and people are bugging out. If I see a nice juicy red candle, it's usually a good time to buy some BTC, right? So, or, you know, whatever I'm looking at. This is a bit of a cup and handle too for Phantom at the moment on the 3-day chart. All depends if this 3-day support can hold though. That's from some pretty strong support. If it doesn't, we could see Phantom back to 123 pretty fast, right? So, 196 for Phantom. It was just up there in the big guns, banging on them. Baby EB, I was looking at this, if it could break above this zone here, and it's starting to break above it. Baby BLINU. Don't say I didn't say anything. You never know. It could be crap and turn into nothing. So high risk, high reward. But just putting it out there on the radar. But this is a high risk, high reward micro cap gem. Have to do your own research. Find the contract address all by your own little self. I'm not going to be the one. But you know, do your own research. This thing looks like it's got some movement, defying the rest of the market a bit and getting some swagger, so to speak. Baby BLINU, just putting it out there. Super HNT and Theta. Let's take a look at HNT for the super chat. Thank you so much for super chatting HNT. You can trade it on KuCoin or Binance. I believe it's been on Binance a lot longer. Okay, let's see here. So HNT on the 3-day chart, which is my baby, a go-to chart, does want to suggest that it's in a bit of a flag here and could make some moves. Remember, it makes money because people get paid to be part of a wireless network, and they use an antenna to mine HNT, and you get paid in HNT. And, you know, over time, it could be like $1,000 a year and just to give people the internet, and then you can buy another one and another one. The idea is to continue to use the money you get from mining HNT to eventually buy another miner. Till 10 years from now, you're making like 2, 3, 4, or 5 grand a day in HNT. You never know. But that's the idea, is to grow an HNT farm. Will it be sustainable? Will it all? You never know. Will there be another product that plays it out? And these are all possibilities, but these are the risks you take when you're getting to the forefront of technology. Now, the daily is overbought here, and we haven't got above a previous high. It's not the best sign. Usually suggests that we could see some more downside. Again, everything's tracking Bitcoin. HNT could see some more downside. I wouldn't be surprised. The whole market's looking a little scared today. Forming a flag here on the 4-hour, but that's also, seems like it could turn into a Bart Simpson at any moment in time. Funny, it looks like we broke out, but the 4-hour is extremely overbought. It's not looking that strong tonight, I'll be honest. HNT, I'd be careful. Market's got some fear in it tonight. Market's got some fear for sure. Let's look at the total market cap. We talked about it possibly being in this diamond to the downside. Could it break to the upside? Chances, ideas, thoughts. There's an idea there. It's a bit nutty though. Like, it's a far-fetched idea in my humble opinion. Okay. Let's take a look at the bigger ideas that I have here on the total market cap. So $1.61 trillion. Don't really want to break that. We fell below it, bounced off 1.46, came back. We're bouncing into this 1.61, near it again, playing with it. What I don't like is this itself, to me, is like a bear pennant. Ugly pattern. And even the bigger time frame, the 12-hour and the daily. And we could come and bounce all the way to the next level I'm looking at here at $1.26 trillion. I mean, that would be a shakeout of shakeouts. That would get a lot of people out of this market for sure. They'd be done and done. Cooked and cooked the books. They'd be like, I can't take it anymore. I'm out. So something to watch out for if we break these levels. And I'll be watching at it very, very closely, all right? Doesn't mean it's guaranteed, but it's just something to watch out for sure, all right? Daily time frame is just not looking strong at all. Like, but levels can hold and everything could change tomorrow. Again, like, I'm always optimistic, but I see what I see for the day, right? I see what I see for the day. It's tough out there. Let's take a look at some of the news here on CoinDesk, right? Here are some things that will and won't change after the merge. What merge? Well, Ethereum's latest progress toward proof of stake. Ethereum's going to move to proof of stake. What does everyone think about that? Put a 1 if you like it, put a 2 if you don't like it. I'm kind of indifferent. I'm kind of almost like don't liking it. I think proof of work is a better concept. I know people say it wastes money, it's not a good idea, but I believe it's more secure. Proof of work makes more people have to do what they're supposed to do for the network. Proof of stake can actually create someone with a lot of money just, take over a network, right? Proof of work at least makes there some type of level. But man, 122 man. Proof of work is more secure. Yeah, I believe it. I like proof. I'm a little more old school towards the proof of work idea. Just me, personally. Altcoin roundup, cross-chain bridge tokens moon. As crypto shifts towards interoperability, multi-sin sellers saw a substantial boost in price as the crypto ecosystem focused on integrating cross-chain interoperability as a new fundamental component in DeFi. Wharton accepts crypto payments for blockchain. We went over that a bunch of times. Coliseum, I want to just keep raising this. It looks like an interesting project that could do some damage. You might want to write it down on a whiteboard. AMD, GoT, and Kudos. Kudos has been on our radar for a while. We've been trading it on and off. They partnered to create an ultimate gaming experience. Kudos and GOAT collaborate, the ultimate alliance for gaming fans globally. The coalition will provide gamers with more games, rewards, experiences than ever before. The alliance is supported by none other than AMD. I mean, to get AMD in your corner, that's a big deal for Kudos. That's something you want to watch out for. I like what I'm seeing there. We're excited to work with Kudos and AMD on this fantastic initiative. This partnership represents a sustainable solution to scaling cloud compute power by decentralizing the network and rewarding players for making their hardware available when other use is not when otherwise is not in use. It's exactly the type of infrastructure, environmental rewards, win-win play that suits GOAT's greatest of all time company ethics perfectly, commented Garth Minsley, managing director of GOAT Eye. All of this couldn't have been achieved without the support of the hardware provider AMD, globally renowned for its cutting-edge hardware solutions. Its latest RDNA 2 architecture provides unrivaled compute power, speed, and energy efficiency. Not only does this architecture deliver high-end graphics at lightning-quick frame rates, but when idle, this cutting-edge hardware can also be utilized to solve complex mathematical computations. The outputs of these accommodations will be redeemable to gamers as rewards, thanks to Kudos technology. Kudos provides a solution to a genuine problem felt by a lot of gamers. In doing so, taking the gaming experience to a new, never-before-seen level, Kudos has created a decentralized network for computing hardware, allowing gamers' machines to be put to better use. By joining their hardware to the cloud, gamers use this Kudos software can redistribute their idle computing power to earn a wealth of rewards. The Kudos monetization application will converge with GOT's Pavilion Hub to create a goldmine of gaming experiences in the future. The Pavilion Hub seeks to provide users with a new take on gaming today, delivering in-game features such as prize tournaments, sitting at a value of $250,000. Moreover, the Phantasma chain allows gamers to sell their digital and in-game assets freely, which is Soul, S-O-U-L, Phantasma. So look for that combination there. Soul, Phantasma, Kudos on the radar. Coins that I'm looking at. All right? Coins that I am looking at. Clever NFT traders exploit crypto's unregulated landscape by wash trading on LooksRare. LooksRare aims to be an alternative to OpenSea, but the amount of wash trading on the platform raises questions on whether users really view it as a viable competitor. That's hearsay. To me, that's hearsay. China pilots nationwide blockchain development over real-world use case. Yeah, that's the issues of the day. Okay. Gaming, I believe, still has a place. Play to earning partnerships for AI and data. There's a lot coming out in the future. I would realize we are in the most fastest, greatest moving asset in our lives. If Bitcoin sweeps the 30K lows, it's okay. We'll be okay. We can take a break. Everyone can relax. We'll make it. We'll short and have a beautiful time doing it. And that's just going to be the market. This is one of the toughest times to trade. I would not even, if I was a beginner, I would stay away from I would trade with small amounts, number one. But if I had to trade, I would be very, very careful and very easy. Okay. And especially on Sunday night and into Monday morning. It's the most volatile time. There's so many other markets that are opening and there's money being moved around and there's they really there's whispers and rumors of what's going to be said in the press that hasn't been said yet. It's just it's a very right now we're seeing a drop down and now you're going to see a bearish retest of this trend line. So this is bearish right now as we're talking. I mean, by all means, I'm not going to lie to anybody here. Okay. Let's see if the short is looking nice and if it can continue or how it looks. I think we're going to have a bit of a reversal there like we were showing you before. How fast or how hard the reversal is the question off of that divergence. Wow, I mean, it peaked up fast out of the falling wedge. Look at that. Let me clean it up a little bit. Man, what a nice peak. However, it's getting overbought. I mean, you'd be surprised, though. It could see some more action before it comes on down. But again, I don't like to jump in now at the present moment. Getting a little baked, too, here on the 4-hour does have some room, though. It's not over. Interesting. A little short there for Bitcoin. But again, it's not the strongest, which means, Bitcoin's kind of going to be in the middle there. This could be a fake out for the shorts, too, on a Sunday night. Stockcoin is proof of stake. I feel that its price is heavily influenced by the bag holders. See what I'm saying? PAY, KDA is going to be big for institutions and big corporations. Yeah, I think KDA is a coin that you want to hold on to for the long run. It's a coin I believe could 20x in this type of environment, 10x at least. I believe it's a coin that once the market really finds its chi, its place, its mode, we could see some movement in KDA. I really believe that. We traded it for a quick, 30, 20%, 16% here and there. Right after that move, it would just dump back down. I mean, everything is following Bitcoin to a nutshell, to a T. It's the same chart. See that? And you can even say this is the rising wedge and we're breaking down. Simple stuff, right? I mean, 68% chance that this does break down, and you get a chance to get KDA back at the bottoms here at about 479, okay? KDA's horrible tokenomics said, can you tell somebody about gold? XAU USDT. Yeah, you can just type in gold. You don't even need to do XAU like that. Gold per ounce. Wow, I mean, that's interesting. Gold falling today, which is weird. That's a bit odd. Like all world markets, that means we're getting a slump everywhere. When gold drops, it's like the last time I saw gold and the dollar, you know, because like the dollar's looking like it's going to drop. Actually, you know, the daily though is getting oversold for gold. So it seems like whoever was taking profits on gold is going to eat their words soon. I got a chart for gold here in a giant cup and handle that's lasted like a long time. Look, I go to the 2-week chart on it. It's a cup and handle that started in 2011 and it's been going for about 11 years. It's an 11-year cup and handle that I got for gold, suggesting that we do get all the way up here somewhere to $2,600 an ounce by, I don't know, November of 2022. So about a 30% increase in gold, says the charts. That's what I'm looking at for gold on the 2-week chart too. Is looking like it could come down and get healthier. Let's look at the weekly. And the 3-day even struggling a little bit for gold. The pattern suggests we pump to the upside. So we'll see if gold can hold this level here at 1790, 1780. If not, it's going to bounce at 1711 and then bounce here off 1651. Yeah, it's a crazy chart, right? A lot of people won't show you that. That's nuts, though. That's the gold chart for the last, like, 11 years, man. Insane. Wall Street bets are pumping SHIBDOGE to the moon. I guess so. SHIBDOGE, huh? Is that another coin? These are rumors, everybody. Don't jump on them. We're just going to take a gander. These are just rumors. All right, take a deep breath. I'm just looking out of curiosity. I'm not saying, oh, yeah, just take a look. I'm just gandering. Just a little gander. Just peeking. All right, so this thing came out. It did the Bitcoin chart from 2000, right? The 20K run up, the bottom, the 14K run up, the pandemic. Funny, they all seem to follow the same run, you know, at one point, which is crazy. But I see it many, many times. It's the measured move, and now it's trying to make another measured move. CA is playing out a little bit, says it could make a bit of a move. I'd be very, very careful, but it could be the one. You never know. SHIBDOGE. But be careful, man. These crowns are ridiculous. There's one every other week and every other day. Site can't even be reached, so I'd be careful of SHIBDOGE right off the bat. I was just looking at it out of complete curiosity. Possible short squeeze. You never know. Anything is possible for Bitcoin, but it's volatile tonight, you know. Short squeeze, but you'd have to see a short squeeze, but have to push us back above 37K pretty fast. If we don't get above 37K pretty fast, you know, it's tough. Also, look how red that weekly candle close is immediately just starts off, just like, you know, just like this one did, and then a dump. It's just a stepping stone for the next move to the downside. I wouldn't be surprised if we swept the 30K lows. I'm just being honest to everybody. Or we kind of even closed off at 29.5, 28,000. Okay. Just be prepared. Don't listen to everyone who's telling you we definitely hit a bottom and we're all the way up. I don't know what's going to happen. I always tell everybody I don't know. I look at the charts every single day and I take it one day at a time. I'm macro bullish on Bitcoin and I buy whenever we're in a heavy fear. That's all I can do. Whether at 30K, 26K, you know, whatever we do, whatever happens. And I take it from there. All right, everyone. Learn. Much love. Remember CIRUS? We used to trade CIRUS on and off. It's a competitor to HNT. You know, but that thing's in the dumps. Look at that thing. It fell off. No, I'm not right now. I'm sorry. No. And we're going to watch the dollar index throughout the night. We're going to look at Bitcoin, but that rejection was harsh from 38K. It really was. However, I don't know. We got to see. Right now, we're a little oversold in the smaller time frame. So, but I'll keep updated and I'll go through it throughout the night. Shout out to everyone here. I'm out for the night. Thank you for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you are already doing the right thing. Thank you for coming on in. I appreciate it. 230 people, 230 likes. Hey, you can't beat that. And I'll be back tomorrow morning for another banging show. Have no fear, everyone. Take a deep breath. All will be well. Remember this. Remember what you came into crypto for, right? Never go all in. Always have something on the sidelines. Me personally, but you know, it's not financial advice. I always have something on the sidelines. Never go all in if you can help it. Always have a backup plan and never stop a hustle. Like, all right, never stop hustling. Never stop working. Never stop grinding. Have a plan. Have an idea. Okay? And you'll be fine. Nothing can stop you if you believe in yourself. I just want everyone to realize that. Whether this market goes up or down, it doesn't matter. Okay? It doesn't matter. You will be the one thing that will not go up and down. You will continually go up no matter what happens around you. So if you're a lifer, I'll see you in the charts. If you want to be a lifer, I'll see you in the group. And I'll appreciate each and every one of you for coming on into the live and being here. Thank you for coming on into the live and calling yourself Crypto Lifers. I'll see you all in the next live stream. Peace out and have a great night. Crypto is life.